Hey, everybody, and welcome back to the next episode of Teaching with Mr. T. I've been doing some thinking and some brainstorming here while I've been creating online course material and getting everything ready to get out to students. That in every major issue, there's definitely a silver lining. And one of the big silver linings that I'm seeing coming out of this COVID 19 is this forced slowdown in people's schedules with everything that's being canceled recently. You're not able to get out of the house really at all for necessities, whatever you need to do. It's kind of the only time you can get out. This almost gift of time that people are experiencing with their families in their own households now. And I see that as a major advantage to all of this. I know that this is a major crisis. I know that there are health risks. I know that there are people losing their lives out there. Don't get me wrong, there are some definite downsides. But I'm seeing a gift of time coming out of this for people to spend more time with the close ones that they love. I'm finding for myself that with after school activities canceled right now, with commitments are done for a while, I'm able to get home from school way earlier than I used to, and I'm really enjoying spending that time with my family, with my wife and my two kids. I can just spend more time with them before dinner, before the bedtime routines start and things get crazy again. I can kind of carve out that little bit of time with them before that happens and really try to spend that quality time with them. And I'm seeing that as a definite gift. There are a lot of other things that I was thinking about for making use of this forced slowdown and this time at home. And I'm just going to throw out a few here for me personally that I know I would really like to tackle in this time. Things like even that idea of just having some time to read now a little bit. I definitely suffer from that concept. I think it's a Japanese word called sundoku, of buying more books than you can read. I definitely have a big pile of books at home that I've accumulated over the last little while that I'm excited to read every single one of them, but just there are not enough hours in the day. This is a chance for me to start tackling that pile a little bit and really get into some good reading material. Some of the things that I'm going to throw out there for people definitely are for people that might not have younger kids, that might be just you and a significant other potentially. So this is some good time to learn and grow and develop yourselves. So things like taking an online course. There are so many free resources online for you to continue your learning in any way that you want. If you go to YouTube, there are millions of tutorials on anything you could possibly imagine. Some of the things on my list, and I'm a teacher, so I really like this idea of continued learning. I love to just develop myself, develop my own learning. So things like coding. I feel personally, and I introduce this to students on a pretty regular basis, I feel like coding is definitely going to play a major role in all industries in the future. And there are some fantastic websites online. So things like codecombat.org, Code Academy, there are excellent resources, free resources to teach yourself how to code in any of the major coding languages. I am passionate about home repair and do-it-yourself projects around the home. I am definitely a homeowner newbie, so I love to learn new things about all of the inner workings of a home, and there are some awesome resources on that. I also personally want to learn a lot more about car and vehicle repair and just basic repairs that I can do myself, so I don't have to spend money getting mechanics to do some of the easier things that I can handle. I recently taught myself how to do an oil change, felt pretty accomplished, and that was done online. That was done through YouTube tutorials. So there are lots of ways that I can better myself and better my own learning. And I see that as a huge gift, this gift of time to develop myself and get better. And things like, for me personally, I'm a Christian, so things like getting time to get into the Bible a little bit more, do some memory verse work. Whatever your religion, whatever your stance is, it's a great time for some spiritual development as well. I also see this gift of time being used on social media a lot for things like crafting projects. With your kids, by yourself, there are some really cool products coming out of people just having this time at home to be able to explore some crafting ideas and realms of making things. You can even then, once you've got some crafting done, you're creating something, you can then start a side hustle online. You could be running your own little side business from your home online on websites like Etsy. If you're a graphic designer, if you are a great consultant in any realm, there are awesome websites where you can set yourself up as that type of independent contractor, and you can start making some money just through this side hustle online in this time. You don't have to leave your house. You can do your work from home, make a little bit of cash on the side. These are just ideas to explore in this gift of time that we've got right now. I know some people out there are definitely going a little bit stir crazy, and there are some excellent ways to fill up that time. If you've got little kids at home, I mean, setting up a daily routine with them in order to have the structure in their day that they need, also an excellent idea. Things like getting up at a certain time each day, having a good breakfast, doing a little bit of the online schoolwork, whatever that looks like for your student, and then a little bit of potentially outside time. Go outside into the backyard, make a snow fort, go for a walk, and then a good lunch, and then in the afternoon, a little bit more schoolwork, maybe based more around screens. There's great educational games and resources online. There's one that I heard on CBC yesterday called, from the Scholastic company, called Learn at Home. And if you just Google Scholastic Learn at Home, this company is creating free resources daily that have learning activities. I believe it's 4 learning activities a day for students in specific grades, kind of up to grade 9, that you can take virtual tours and you learn about various concepts, some great resources. So maybe that could be early afternoon. Then some free play. Let's get some fort building happening. Let's get some pillow fights. Let's get some crafts. Let's get some Lego creations going out there. Let's give those children a chance to be creative in the afternoons again. Let's bring that back as a skill. These are just some ideas that I brainstormed just a little bit in order to kind of give people maybe a spark of an idea on how you can use this gift of time right now that you've got spending more time at home. There's a lot of uncertainty out there. There's a lot of fear, but these are some things where you can just use this time effectively, productively, and get some enjoyment out of it. The last thing I'm going to throw out there before I sign off for today is make sure that even though you might be self-isolating, you might be in your home for long stretches of time right now, make sure you do reach out to other people. Make sure you reach out to extended family. Make sure you reach out to friends, whether that be a phone call now and again, whether that be firing them a quick text, social media, whatever you need to do. Make sure that you stay connected with other people. This is a great chance right now to check in with those that you love, those in your life, and see how everybody's doing. Because again, we're all in this together. I hope you stay safe out there. Like and subscribe if this topic interests you. Thanks for checking it out.